Greetings, bike guys and gals. I'm out in the High Sierra riding with a couple of friends, Ann and Tom. Tom, you've seen in other videos, and we want to show you around. Well, greetings, bike guys. So we're out on the trail here in the High Sierra. It's a hot day down in the valley, but it's pretty nice up here in the mountains. And I wanted to show you a couple of things, and I just want to talk about some subjects that we have in mind here. One is riding on these beautiful mountain roads like this. Yeah, they got a few rocks and they got a few gullies and things like that, but there's other dangers on the trail. And I'm going to come up around the corner and we're going to find one of those dangers as we get into this video a little bit. And I think it's right in this section here. And I slowed down because I saw a flash of light, and there's the danger. So notice I'm signaling to the man that there's two riders behind me, which he acknowledged that, and he told me that there was one more car behind him. Two riders behind me. And he said he's the last one, showing me a fist pump there, that he's the last guy. We all need to be very aware that we are sharing the trails nowadays and these mountain roads and stuff with a lot of other riders. Some of them are in these side-by-sides and stuff like that. And for the most part, I found the majority of the side-by-side riders are courteous. They don't try to dust you out. They're not blasting you off the road and that sort of thing. And it's really good to have a headlight on your bike. My bike has a very bright headlight on it, so it can be seen through the trees, or if you come around a corner or something like that, if it's a little dusty or something, it's easy for them to pick you out. They had lights on their car, so I could see it before we ever got into a situation there. But we all need to be very aware that there's other people out on the trails. So with that being said, I'm following a very new rider, Ann here. She's just a little bitty gal. She's 5 foot, maybe 1, maybe 2 if she's got heels on, and maybe 105 pounds. And she just wanted to get started in dirt bike riding, and she's a mountain bike rider. She's done a lot of that, and she has picked up this dirt bike riding very quickly. And notice she's standing up. She's standing in a good position as far as being in a position to be able to control the bike as she's going. She's so short, you don't hardly see any light under her. But if you notice, her technique is surprisingly good for a brand new rider. She's keeping the bike in control. She's watching the trail ahead and not being surprised when she has to bump over a rock or a log or something like that. And I want to just bring this up to some of the new riders. They just want to sit in the saddle, and because they're busy already trying to figure out where their feet are and stuff like that. But Ann's got enough riding experience on mountain bikes and that sort of thing that she knows that you've got better control when you're up. Now you see the bike bouncing around a little bit, partially because she's so darn light. But this hill that we're going down here is a lot steeper than the video shows, and there's a lot more rocks in there and that. But I just wanted to give you a chance to see how fast somebody can pick up from another type of riding. This is her 4th ride, I believe, ever. Well, she did ride a dirt bike once or twice before some time ago, but she got thinking that she really wanted to get into the dirt bikes, and so we've been working with her, helping her learn some of the basics of riding, and she's doing a really outstanding job. So these trails up here, we just picked up some roads and stuff. This area years ago was covered with trees, and it had burned maybe 20-30 years ago, and so the trees are gone. But we're going to go right up the mountain up here to forestry lookout for a fire lookout, and we're going to just take some roads up there. I had to cross over on the pavement there to get to the start of it, and I'm just going to run up the mountain here, let the bike run a little bit. I was checking on them, make sure that they were behind me and everything was good. And and then I'm going to blast up to the top of the mountain here and just let the ponies run a little bit. This was a forestry road. It had rocks and bumps and holes and things in it, but it was a good place to just stretch out, let the motor run a little bit, kind of clean it out after putting along with the other two riders. And we're going to get up to the top up here, and I wanted to be able to show you some of the views that are available when we get up there. Now, when you're traveling on these roads like this, of course, I'm going at a fair rate of speed up here, but you have to be careful, be on top of your game, don't let the thing get away from you and all that. But you can see there's a bunch of rocks and things that I'm running over, but I'm an old desert racer, so this stuff seems pretty simple to me. But it took those two new riders quite a while to meet me at the top. If you look in the right-hand corner of the screen, you can see the tower that we were running up to up there. Look at that blue sky. I mean, it was such a beautiful day out there. Just felt like you could just go right up to the end of the road up here and just launch off into the blue. But I did turn, so you'll see when I get up there. There's a man parked there in a Jeep. Give him a little wave. Don't dust him out. I didn't expect him to be there, so I didn't see him, but I didn't want to come through throwing rocks and dust and stuff. You got to be a courteous rider out on the trails, like the two guys with the side-by-sides that we ran into earlier. They did the same thing. They slowed down and we passed each other carefully and that, or they went past me in that particular shot. But you know, if you show a little courtesy to the other riders out there, it just goes a long way. And we don't want to be that guy or that gal who just comes blowing through and dusting everybody and throwing rocks everywhere. We want to show each other a little courtesy out there. I appreciate people that are courteous to us, and so we need to extend the same thing to others. So I'm going to get up here on top of the mountain, and I'm going to show you what this view looks like from up here with a panoramic view. It's a really nice place up here. I got some solar panels here on the right that they power the communications device up there with. And just look at that sky. Isn't that thing amazing? We have the most beautiful skies around here. And I just want to be able to share some of this stuff with you. And I really appreciate it when you guys will hit those like buttons or subscribe. We really like that. Leave a comment, or if you know where this area is, we'd love to hear from you. And thank you for joining us.